minutes with you here talking about the new 3D Hero camera system and included software. After you guys have viewed this video, you will be 3D experts. It's not complicated for your customers to go ahead and shoot 3D content, edit 3D content, and then distribute 3D content. Well, we're going to break this down into 3 steps for you. The first step is combine and capture. This is very simple. The cameras are connected with this included patch cable. You set the settings that you would like to shoot with on your first camera. The second camera is automatically going to adjust to those same settings. You'll see that the distance between the 2 lenses on the camera system is very close. We call that the ocular distance. Using this camera system, you're going to be able to shoot content within a range of about 2 feet out to infinity. So that's a great competitive advantage. 3D camera systems are always trying to get the lenses as close together as possible, and we have an awesome solution for that built right in. The second step is create and edit. What you're going to do is take the 2 SD cards from the cameras. One will have the left eye content, the other will have the right eye content. You simply bring those into a folder and open up the studio software that's included with the package. The studio software will automatically recognize that one is the left eye and the other is the right eye and mux them together. Now that's a term that we use in 3D production, the word mux, that's M-U-X. That simply means that the content is matched, left and right eye. Finally, after you're done with your preview and convergence settings, you're going to go ahead and share and watch the content by distributing it either to the internet or in one of the formats that people can view on one of the 3D television systems that are out there on the market. So let's talk a little bit more about the camera system. You buy the camera system, you buy the enclosure for $99, and that includes the patch cable, the casing, and the software. And this is what the unit looks like. Now I've got a clip that I've brought into our studio software here. And as you can see, this is a very homegrown clip. I'm not using any smoke mirrors, kind of a special content that was specially designed. This is just to illustrate how easy it is to take the camera system out of the box, pop the cameras in, and start shooting, which is exactly what I did. So I've got this dog here. You might notice he's only got 3 legs, but that's my dog Shiloh. What I've done is I've used this button here to import new clips. And I imported automatically, as you can see here, the right eye and left eye, designated by the letter R and L. Once that step is completed, you simply click this button, Add to Conversion List, and it will automatically convert it into the format that we're going to be using. Now, once you have imported your clips, you have a whole variety of different methods to view this in 3D. Right now, I'm showing an example of anaglyph. Most users will be editing their content on a computer unless they have a 3D production monitor. We're going to expect them to be editing on a computer, and anaglyph is a great way to view the 3D content and see what you're going to be getting. Now, the software that we're providing here was actually developed for feature film studios and is got a lot of power under the hood. In fact, it will do automatic convergence settings for you. Now, what is convergence? Convergence is moving the left and right eye elements into position so that you get the correct 3D effect. Now, that's going to be done automatically for you. However, if you want to go in and adjust convergence, you're able to do that using the 3D convergence controls. You can do vertical convergence, horizontal convergence, and you can even set keyframes. While I'm at it, I'll talk a little bit about the image controls. The power of this software is really amazing. You can also adjust your exposure, contrast, and saturation all in real time with no rendering. We also have some framing options like zoom, horizontal and vertical adjustments, and you can even flip the image here horizontal and vertically. When I'm editing 3D content on a laptop, although I'm viewing it in anaglyph to see what my end result is, while I'm editing it, I tend to like to do it in difference mode. Watching anaglyph video while I'm adjusting it can be a little hard on the eyes. So it's a good idea to go into, as you can see here, all of these different settings. I like to go into different setting, which is what I have highlighted here. You also have onion skin, over, under, side by side, and other options. what I normally will do is just check the image here in various places, set keyframes, make sure that the convergence is just the way I like it, if I'm adjusting convergence at all. And when I'm done with that, I can play it in Anaglyph and see what it looks like and make sure that I'm all set. So that covers really the interface of the software. However, now we're going to talk about how do you distribute this. 3D content really only is useful if somebody can view it, right? So the first option is to export it from your computer directly to YouTube. YouTube's got a dedicated 3D channel now, and it's becoming sort of commonplace that people are viewing 3D content on YouTube. And our software will directly export to YouTube. So it makes it a very, very simple process. It really is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now 3D televisions. I have one here myself. It's an active 3D television, which means I'm wearing those powered glasses that you've seen. They contain a power source, a battery, or sometimes they're cabled. And they are shutter glasses that will give you the 3D effect. Now, when I did my test project, I simply exported my 3D file to a memory stick, plugged it into the side of my consumer 3D television, and viewed it with my active glasses. It was just that simple. Also, you have the option of exporting to a 3D authoring system for 3D Blu-ray. So let's talk a little bit about the three types of 3D technologies for display. I touched on them before, but the first is Anaglyph. This is one that everybody's familiar with, red and blue glasses, and that's very useful for distributing on computer, over YouTube, on connected devices like an iPad or an iPhone. Then we have active displays. These are the types that are being sold at this point in consumer electronics stores, and it's a very simple, inexpensive way to view 3D on a large format display. And then finally we have passive. Now that's the type that you'll see when you go into a 3D movie, and you wear glasses that are polarized, and in this case, circular polarized. Now there are also displays for passive solutions that are being sold. They're more expensive than the active type, and typically you'll see those in video production companies or early adopters who have opted to spend more money to have a passive display in their home. Now I've gone through the interface of the software pretty quickly, but you know what? Once you start to use it, you'll realize that it really is self-explanatory. It only takes 3 steps: import, convert, and output. But if you'd like to get additional information on how the software works, or you want to get a little bit deeper into the controls of the software, check out the software tutorial that we have posted on our website. You can see the address below, and you can also navigate to it by going to our website.